am Megan Coker, the librarian for Food Science and Nutrition, and today I'm going to show you how to search for books for the Food and Culture assignment for Food Science 3615. So I want to start with the library homepage. When you're searching for books, you have to be a lot more broad than when you're searching for articles. So the example topic I'm going to be using today is the history of chocolate in Belgian culture. So when I'm searching for a book, I might search for chocolate and the history of chocolate and see if there are books on that. Might be a way to start. So we can start with the food. And from here, one cool thing about the library search is that in addition to books, I'm getting articles, I'm getting all kinds of things in this search. So I can choose from a lot of different things. If I want to limit my search just to books, I can go over to the right sidebar to material type and limit to books. And that way I'm seeing just books that are in the library. A lot of times articles are not very relevant for this assignment, so if you want to filter those out, you can do that way. And then once I find a book, here we go. This one, for example, is an ebook. So a nice thing here, I can just click on the link down here and that will take me to open the ebook. Another thing I like to do when I find a good book in here is to scroll down here to the details and see if there are any subject headings or things I might click on to get me to other things. This one does not have any, so we'll look at another example in our next search. So that's one way of going about it, looking for the history of the food. The other thing you might do is search for things about the culture's history. And so I might look for Belgium. I might look for culture. I might also search for Belgium and history. I would try searching both ways and finding books. So here's one called Food Culture in Belgium. How useful. Again, I might want to sort out the books from the articles so that I'm just getting the books here because they tend to be more relevant. In this one, I do have subjects down here. So I have cooking, Belgian, food habits, Belgium. That's always a good one. So I'm going to click on food habits, Belgium. And that will take me to anything that has that same heading. So in this case, there's only one book in English with that title. The other one, I assume, is in Belgian or French. But we can always get back into that one. We can try different subject headings here. Cooking, Belgian might be a good one to look at. We can try different things here to find other sorts of books on the same topic, and you can always go back through the other ones. When you do find a book that you want, you can open this up here and it will show you that it's in McGraw Library in our general collection, and it gives you this number, TX723, etc. You want to make note of that number, and when you come to the library, in McGraw Library, the books are all up on the second floor and they're in alphabetical order by those numbers. So you'll find the TX section and then find TX723, etc. to find the book, and you can bring it down and use your U-card to check it out. And the nice thing about that too is there are likely books that are on similar topics right around that one, so you can look around those shelves too to see if there are other books on that topic right there. If you are not coming to McGraw Library anytime soon, or if you find a book, often books for this assignment are over in Wilson Library, which is on the West Bank, you can sign in to request. And once you do that, you'll be able to have the book sent to a library, any library of your choosing. So now that I've done that, I can click Get It, and I can say my pickup location. Let's say I want to get this at Walter Library on the East Bank. Then I click Request, and the book, I'll get an email when the book is in there. It usually takes a day or two to get the books over there, so you want to have some time for that. So that's book searching in the catalog. Now, unfortunately, we don't have every book available, so I've given you some other sources in your course guide here. So if you remember your course guide, so there in my resources for searching for books section, there are a few other places to look. One is WorldCat. WorldCat is nice because it is a catalog of books from all over the world. So this is going to give you everything. So you do have to be careful in here. A lot of times you'll end up with things that are children's books and things, so you want to try to make sure that's not what you're getting in here. But you can find out if there are books we don't have. So let's say Belgium food history. We'll search for that. And again, this gives me a lot of things, but what's going to be useful for us here is books. So I'm going to click this books link here and just look at these 359. So you can see right away, these green highlights show us what things we have here at the University of Minnesota, and there are these other things that we don't. If you click on an item, you can take a look at a little more information about it, and then there are these really helpful links here under availability. First, you can see libraries worldwide that own this item. So I can see Anoka County Library has this one, or Augsburg University does. So if I'm nearby those libraries or I have a membership there, I might be able to go get them. I also can do another search of the catalog here at the University of Minnesota, and just to double check that we do not have it. Nope. And then if this is something I want and I'm not able to get to any of those other libraries, I can request the item via interlibrary loan right here. And if I click that link, it's going to fill out this form for me. I just go to the bottom and click Submit Request, and we will get that book for you for free. It does usually take a week or two, so you do want to get these in as soon as possible to get them in time for your paper. So that's how you use WorldCat, and it just gives you access to a much broader universe of books than we're able to have in our libraries, big as they are. The last thing I want to show you is Google Books. Google Books I like to do when you have found something, for instance, in WorldCat, and you're not sure if it's going to be something that's useful to you. So let me open this up here. You can do a general search here for books, so Belgium food history. And it will bring up a bunch of different books. A nice thing is that in some of the books, and if you know the title of a book, you can put that in some of the books, you are able to search within them. This one does not. Let's find one that is. If you are able to search in it, there will be a little search box here on the left. Here we go. All right. So here's one, this Food History Almanac, and we can search within this book here. So I'm going to try to make this a little bigger for you to see. Okay, so here's this search books, and right now it has Belgium food history put in there, and it's highlighting all the parts of this book that have those words in them. I'm going to change, now that I know this book has those words in it, and specifically look for chocolate. And this is going to show me that chocolate shows up 5 times in this book, and I get a little glimpse of what that's going to look like. So this will let me know if this is going to be a useful book for me to place an interlibrary loan for if the libraries don't have it. It's also nice because on a lot of these books, you're searching the full text and not just the titles and things like you would be through WorldCat or the library search. So you can find books that have a particular phrase or things like that in them. So you get a little preview of what you're going to get eventually. In general, you can't find the text of the whole books on here, but you can get this little glimpse of some of them. And then again, if it's a book we don't have, you could take this title and interlibrary loan it. So I could take this and any other information I have about this book. I could come back here, and I did put an interlibrary loan link on your course page, so you could just click there. Here we are. And create a request on your own. You can click book, and then again, just fill in the title, any other information you have, and submit your request, and we will get a copy for you. So that is the basics of how to search for books for this assignment. Again, you're welcome to make appointments with me if you want to work through your specific topics together. Thanks.